Hey there, sexy souls. Good morning. It is a Friday. We are going to do our weekend ahead tarot reading. We're going to dig in and see if there's a message for you. First and foremost, welcome. This is Weird and Woo Woo. We're all a bit weird. Get a little woo woo. As a friendly reminder, you are the sovereign being over your life. Okay. Which means you get to use your own discernment as to if, when, where, how, why any of these messages apply. Okay. You will hear me a little bit of raspiness because it is super early in the morning. I did get on here nice and early. I've got my coffee. This is not a coffee and tarot because we are setting down some parameters. And just remember, this is a timeless reading, okay? So when we say weekend ahead, this very well may apply for the weekend that's coming at any point. Like whenever you see this, the next weekend that's coming ahead. So autumn is in full effect around here. Alrighty. I got Divine Doors. I felt pulled to bring them on first. I've been shuffling. I did do a really good cleansing before I came on. So we're just going to dive right into this, okay? Why that stack wanted to jump like that, but one more time. Let's dig in. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's what the weekend ahead readings usually cover for me, okay? Ooh. Compassion and action. Art of life and inner power. This feels out of place. It doesn't feel like it goes. Compassion may be required. And that may be like through sunlight and rain. I need you near, maybe the compassion, like showing compassion at all times. There's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin. Let your love dance in sight. And at this moment in life, you have nothing to fear. I was getting the energy. It's going to feel a bit piecemealed. They are calling me to do 2 more, and I'm like, really? On the bottom, we have the Nomad, which is about taking a leap, not crawling back and hiding, like going there. That compassion and action has me baffled. Birth. It just has the feeling of like in good times and in bad. But the lotus blooms from the dirt, from the mud, from the soil. So if you're coming from something that is an energy or a time that's less than stellar, maybe something, because you know, if you think of like something that's really yucky, mucky, muddy, it doesn't have the most favorable. You don't look on it fondly, right? Like not many people look on. If you're a pig, maybe. But you know, most people don't like, ooh, yay, mud, ooh, yay, dirt, ooh, yay, look at this muck. But they're like, have compassion. That's what it is. Have compassion, because from what you've been through comes something exceptionally beautiful. You may have some judgment on either like recent or not too distant past. I'm thinking like maybe over the last 2 years, you might be just like, I feel like looking on something with disdain or with judgment, feeling regret maybe, or a level of shame. And Spirit is like, it's from that your future is going to blossom. So have compassion, okay, on yourself. Get rid of any judgment you have on yourself for what you have been through. There's taking accountability, but then there's also carrying a heavier weight of blame than what you should. And again, no judgment. Because, yeah. So if something has kept, like, if I don't know, I feel a slight shame for like recent past, that may be just like a little niggle within your spirit, you know what I'm saying? But like maybe a little bit of an embarrassment too. But the idea of like, I wish of all wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. Maybe not blaming yourself for the past. There may be like a bit of like, the best way, this is the best way. If there's other words you want to use, fine. But it's like a little bit of shame of what you've gone through. And I think that it's like you can still see. You may still have some of that mud, that yuck, that muck within your present moment. And it's kind of like this idea of through sunlight and rain, I need you, like allowing yourself to have something despite what your present moment looks like is what it feels like to me. Because it's kind of like the lotus in your spirit jewel, like it is seen within you, and it'll soon be seen external to you. So you may be in a position where you're like, I don't like my current circumstances, and something is going to be coming in or something's happening despite your current circumstances. I am getting drawn back to somebody is really having difficulty with their body, their looks, their, you know what I mean? And you may wear very evidently external to you what you've been through. Like you may look and resemble like what you've been through. And that may have you feeling a bit embarrassed. Sorry guys, I had little man come downstairs. I heard feet go doo, 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 doo. So I had to set him up with his little croissants. Croissant. Like, I don't know. I see all people making fun of how people say stuff online, and I'm like, oh. Anyways. And so maybe the idea or feeling of letting something come in, like there's just maybe, I don't know if it's like a, because you think shame and embarrassment that somebody doesn't love themselves, and I feel like that's not the case. It's just somebody's coming out of something and it's still very much evident in their life, and you can see it. It's almost like they wear it. You know how like stress can kind of like age you a bit, and you feel like you're not your best self just yet. It's not yet reflected, but it's like it shines from within. People can see it, and have compassion. You deserve this now, not later when you've fit the bill in some capacity that you seem to think, okay? And so what they're saying is there's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Don't shrink back just because you're a little apprehensive and uncertain and feeling not 100% confident in your skin. Be bold in your skin. Let your love dance in sight. Shine this gorgeous lotus jewel that's within you. It'll show beyond just the exterior, okay? Or your environment or the circumstances that are happening in your life. By your own command, you've brought yourself here. At this moment in life, you've got nothing to fear. Another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings to you. So something is going to appear in your life. And you may have wished you were in a different, like you were a little bit further out from whatever circumstance, muddy situation you were in before this showed up. Because I think that, again, I just feel somebody feels a little bit embarrassed. This could be their financial situation, and it's like, yeah, I'm still living in this particular space, or yeah, it's still evident. I don't have much, like not wanting to bring somebody back to your place, or not wanting somebody to see where you're at, because it's kind of like, I was talking to somebody, and like, I know when you're in the financial industry, people look at you like if you're not financially stable, then you don't have what they need. And I was seeing online where people are like looking, like businesses, like employers are looking at people's credit score. Like, how are they supposed to, and using that as a determinant to, you know, approval of like hiring them? Are you kidding me? The way in which the world has evolved because of the pandemic and different things, and you're gonna hold that against somebody that they had to end up in survival mode. So like, there's still evidence of that. A reminder, so a reminder for the most hopeless of lost cases. Yeah, you kind of feel that way a little bit. You're like, yeah, I'm not in that spot. You feel like there's something about your life, your body, your life, your situation, your environment, your circumstance, that because it is still self-evident, that now's not the time for something. You can find peace within the strangest of places. This is not you're not a lost case. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. I was just trying to... Numbers and doubles, synchronicity and 2. Don't hold back your love now. Life is meant for you. Just because you think it doesn't look quite right does not mean, okay, that now's not the right time. That's what they're trying to say. And don't let whatever aspect is still lingering in your life that you feel a bit of like embarrassment by. Don't let that be the thing that stops you from living life now, from shining. So what about this weekend? Okay, pardon me. The same thing happened with that deck. Like a whole chunk flew out from my hand. Like that. It went into 3. Like the deck was being cut or something. It was funny. Alright. Ooh, we had that yesterday a lot. Good news is on its way to you. Public recognition. Somebody's getting attention. I'm telling you, that's the reason why you're feeling this way. You're like, oh, I don't want to get attention. Like, I don't want to have attention right now. Like, I don't want people to see this. Traditional viewpoints or methods. Like, so you're holding on to this, like, aspect of, like, I don't know, like, maybe it's not even shame on your part, but you fear how other people will respond to what you've been through or to what they'll see when they have this level of, like, when eyes are on you, when you get this attention. And I think I'm holding myself to this particular standard and things have to look like this before this should come in is really just tied to old traditional matrixy type standards. Unnecessary worry. I love it when they bring this. That's why I use this deck, because sometimes the words just, you know. Speak your mind, be confident. This is the King of Swords. This is like not holding back. He definitely doesn't hold back. Take action. Keep moving forward. Continue with this. Like, again, they just keep saying don't hold back. What are you referencing? What's going on? Let's get the details of this weekend then, because obviously something's happening that they don't want you to feel, they don't want you to shrink back in your own skin from. So what is it that's happening this weekend? Tell me, which deck do you want me to... I'm feeling, ooh, my heart just went, like, started going. Like I'm feeling more like, like when you start to get excited a little bit. Or nervous, they said. Ooh, okay. Okay. Starman Tarot. Okay, they're giving me M&M's, 8 Mile, palms are sweaty. I can't remember the rest of it. Like they said it and it's gone. Like they gave me the whole freaking verse, you know the song. Mom spaghetti, you know, on his shirt where he threw up, like the nervousness. Palms are sweating. See, this is where any lack of confidence that you have based upon your circumstances, your looks, or anything else like that might start to try to creep in and exacerbate that, right? Because I feel like it's already like a nerve, there's something that's nerve-wracking that might happen this weekend, and it's like, that's when those little thoughts will come in, and it's like, it tries to amp up those feelings. And I feel as if it's like, out of a desire not to be awkward, as you know, to feel like, it reminds me of social anxiety when all eyes are on you. Again, all eyes are on you, and you're like, oh no, like you don't want attention brought to something. Whew. Okay. Temperance. Five of Wands. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, something good is going to happen, but it is bringing, like, eyes are on you. You're going to have recognition. People are going to be looking at you. We have the Six of Wands again. And it came out a shit ton yesterday too, in that particular reading. Ooh, Ten of Pentacles. There it is. There it is. Eight of Swords. That's the energy I'm picking up on. Where you're like, there's a bit of a shrinking back. The World and the Nine of Wands. Somebody's really worried about being seen. There's a fear of being seen. Being perceived. Like, there is no perfect time. And if people want to find a flaw, they'll find a flaw. Like, that's the truth. But it's just, there's a part of you that's like, I want this piece just for me. I don't want people to see this. I don't want people to know this. And with this type of attention, people will know things. And this is where the Temperance card, feeling really balanced and feeling like it might be a bit of a struggle to alchemize that sense of, okay. But whatever this is, has a lot of potential. Ten of Pentacles feels like whatever this attention can bring about a lot of stability and security for your future. There's something here with family. I feel like somebody doesn't want attention because then family will pay attention to something. That's for somebody. We have the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups. This is a desired wish that you have. This is about a desired wish you have. Somebody's future, Ten of Pentacles, hinges on some type of either public recognition or eyes being on you or you being perceived. And so it's like they're intrinsically connected. Oh. It's like having walls up to the world. If you do things online, things may pop off for you, and it's like, I just feel like you're like, I wish I could, I don't know, there's something like you've not wanted seen, something that you don't have love for in your life right now, and people are going to see it. People are going to infer, maybe not necessarily know, but they'll infer something. Again, this would be like, I'm ashamed of my dwellings, or like it feels a bit embarrassing. Like, this is a private matter, or this is something that I'm trying to deal with, and now, you know what I mean? Or why couldn't I just have lost a little bit of weight so I could have a bit more confidence in the way that I'm, you know what I mean? Like, if someone could have met me, couldn't they have met me at a different time? Like, it really has this. It has you up in your head that being perceived, witnessed, seen has everything to do with your future, your stability, the long term, something long term. And you're over here like really defensive, protective of yourself, protective of your situation, your circumstance from the world is what it feels like. But this is what you've wished and desired for. And I just feel like saying, are you fucking kidding me right now? Now I get it. Now is the time that it comes in. Oh, Lord have mercy. Ace of Cups. Ah. Ah. Okay. This is the compassion. This is why they were like compassion in compassion in action, in the good and the bad. Like, now's the time to have compassion for yourself, to give yourself grace, to not have overly exorbitant expectations, to not feel shameful of anything. I just feel like saying, why does Spirit get to dictate this, and why don't I get to have a say? It feels like Spirit really intentionally wants to set you up just so you are embarrassed. So that you are, you know, because I feel like there was a time and a place when you were in a better circumstance, and it does feel like something very external. Can I just say that? It's like there is something within your life that it's like, my life was more in line. My life was like, even if it wasn't the best, the most, I was in a better place. It feels very 3D. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So again, that's why I'm saying, like, it's like your environment, your home, your circumstance, your body, like your looks. Somebody is feeling like, I was, what about when I was like 30 pounds lighter? Like, why couldn't it have happened then? Or why couldn't it just wait until I've lost a little bit of weight? Or why couldn't it just, and it just feels like a setup a little bit. Somebody's a little bit like, why? Well, now I just want to cry a little bit. And I gotta be honest with you, I know that a lot of people like would think that it's, you hear all the time where people are saying, you deserve this no matter what. And it's like, I get that. But not liking a situation or a circumstance or your environment or your body at this time does not mean that you hate yourself. There are plenty of people who don't feel comfortable in their own skin, who don't feel comfortable in, who it has nothing to do with hating the true self. And I don't have to accept. I don't have to be okay with. I don't like that toxic positivity where it's like people will get fucking triggered. You shouldn't put yourself down. Like, I'm not. I'm saying I don't like this. And I have every fucking right not to like this. And trying to push me to like something that I don't fucking like. That I don't, you know what I mean? But there is compassion isn't necessarily telling you to have to like something. Compassion is asking you to allow yourself to indulge and receive things despite circumstances not being perfect. Like, don't self-sacrifice just because of this. You can, but it is perfectly okay to not be happy with your current situation, your current circumstance, your you know, the fact that you're still trying to dig yourself out of whatever hole you may have been in, or, you know, you don't have to be okay with, I still live in a moldy, dilapidated apartment. You know, like, it's perfectly okay, A-okay. But don't rob yourself of joy until you reach some level of something. That's where the compassion piece comes in. So no one in this reading is telling you that, or lambasting you that, you know, you don't love yourself, you need to work on that, you have something to heal. No, I never have to be A-okay with being so dirt poor that I can't keep a roof over. Like, I don't ever have to be okay with it. I don't have to find a way to be happy in that circumstance. But if the opportunity to experience happiness shows up, I will have enough compassion for myself to not cut myself off from that. I lost the word. I was trying to think of the word. Like, I don't have to stay in misery though, right? Now, like, I don't have to withhold joy just because of that. That's what I want to say. All right. One more of the, okay. They said no, they want the Sun Knight Tarot. All right, so the first one that came out was the Queen of Wands, and then the King of Cups. The Queen of Wands very well may be meeting the King of Cups. But the Queen of Wands also speaks of having that level of confidence, wherewithal, and like your presence of power to not withhold from life, because the King of Cups is notorious for that shit, right? Like, some people are like, do you even have a deep, do you even withhold like deep emotions? Do you have any, you know, that motherfucker don't show everybody. He don't show everybody all that stuff. I'm not gonna see it. Knight of Cups. Well, there's definitely something that can happen. Somebody... Ooh, 8 of Cups. And the Sun. Alright. So... I want to clarify, because I'm questioning why they would choose the 8 of Cups to 6 of Wands again. This is definitely a potentiality of meeting someone again. See, the funny thing is, the Knight of Cups brings in the 1 cup that you add to the 8 of Cups that gives you your wish fulfillment. That gives you exactly what it is that you want. That turns the 8 of Cups around. That it is the thing that moves you along. Oh. Justice after the 5 of Swords. So obviously here comes the Sun. Da-na-na-na. 6 of Wands really would be the victory, would be the recognition, would be the hard-won battle. You don't know. I keep seeing, I don't know why this Justice card keeps reminding me of the Hierophant. But we do have, Justice is allowing yourself. On one side, we have nothing. On the other, we have this new beginning. 5 of Swords is the internal battle that we have. I just want to say that this new beginning balances things out for you. It is the justice that this is how your justice is ushered in. That's what I want to say. It's how justice is going to be ushered in. Tell me about the cups. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Tell me what this entails. Death. Oh my gosh, a rebirth in love. Okay, guys. Somebody's going to encounter somebody this weekend. And there's definitely something there as far as a potential new love. And that you're going to be seen. You're going to be perceived. You're going to be recognized. You're going to receive attention. And attention may feel weird right now because if they're paying attention to you, they may see things you don't want them to see. I'm not ready yet. It's not just right. We always hear, does it have to be perfect? And we know that you feel uncomfortable because it's kind of like coming, it's like the butterfly who comes out of the cocoon. And it's like they don't quite look themselves because not everything has unfurled yet. Like, you know, like the wings haven't. And it's like, you know, they're not quite flying yet. They've got to dry off. And it's like somebody witnessing and perceiving that the whole time. Like, it's like somebody gets to come in and witness and watch your rebirth. Oh, I wanted to cry right then. Oh, so this person's coming in to watch you rise from the ashes. Fuck. Talk about vulnerability. Shit. Alrighty. Well, it's so funny. I can't tell you how long, with not really having very many love readings. And then it's like, I feel as if connections, both with soul family, you know, soul contract, like all that stuff is coming in, like soul tribe is coming in, which includes partners, life partners, romantic connections. Tell me about the sun. Oh, Shiza. 9 of Cups. This is everything that you wanted. This is going to be beautiful, blissful, rejuvenating. It's going to make you so extremely happy. I just feel, golly, I want to craft it. I feel like somebody's like, doesn't want to say no to this, but they feel embarrassed. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know this is hard. I know this is like, it feels like one last kick, you know? Like, after everything that you've gone through, like, it's like, do we really have to advertise it now? Do we really have to show it? Do we really have to? It's like a friend, like you going through hell and back and a friend posting the ugliest picture they could of you. And it's like, after everything I'd already done, and then you had to just, like, the icing on the cake. You couldn't just, it feels that way. It's like, really? And it's that energy of, if you love, you know, but if you love me, why would you? So Spirit is saying, we had a part in the reading yesterday where it was like, or the day before, getting two people together. Something has definitely been in the works to stand between the two of you. And so even when you're ready, then something's standing in its way. And so there's a sacrifice or a compromise that's having to be made. It may not seem like the utmost perfect time for you. It may require you to feel uber humbled in a way, slightly embarrassed, almost like swallowing that down. It requires a bit of bravery on your part to be willing to be perceived now so this can come together. Because the forces that want to create divide and keep something separate and to stand in the way are banking on the fact that you won't step forward and you won't be seen, you won't allow this, because of how your circumstance looks, because of how you feel in your own skin, because of those things. And the only way for Spirit to really align this, because at this point, this person's free to come in, and you're technically free to come in. It is strictly just your thoughts, and that's what is preventing it. And again, the energies or people or whatever that want to, they're banking on that. Like, that is why they feel confident that this won't come together, because you have this tiny seed of a resistance. And here's the thing. You just have to meet. You just have to come together. It doesn't have to be a perfect meeting. It doesn't have to be a whatever. It doesn't, you know, like, don't build it up in your mind like it's got to go a certain way and it's going to be a fairy tale princessy something or other with Disney and the birds chirping and all kinds of shit. Like, it's not going to be like, oh, it doesn't have to be that way. It's about bringing people's paths, allowing the paths to cross. That is the necessary thing right now. All right, so let's give them a little bit of preparation of how these paths are going to cross. tell me about this weekend and how this is going to come together. This is really... This is a prosperous or abundant new start. They told me to put it back. Okay, Meryl. Did I get it wrong? I don't feel like I did. All right. Man, I don't know about y'all, but I've been using my allergy nose spray, and I was doing just fine. Woke up perfectly fine. A-okay. I sprayed my nose, and it's supposed to be a steroid, guys. Which you think would, like, stop the swelling, right? But every time I use, it's Flonase, it's freaking normal Flonase, my nose kind of stopped, like, it swells. It's not even, I don't even have any freaking snot. It's swelling on the inside. And I'm like, is that a sign of something? Like, is that normal? Like, it restricts at first for a little while. I hate it. You know what it is? I was complaining before I came on about, I hate the smell of it. The florally stuff. And I was like, I need to quit using that. I was like, it's just as bad as perfume. I stop up when I smell perfume. I bet, wow. Shauna. Well, I swear. I'm probably having a reaction to the fragrance they put in that fucking shit. They have a non-fragrant kind, but of course they increase the cost of it. I just put two and two together. Like, why is my nose always doing that? Isn't it supposed to stop? Probably because there's something in it. You know, like when people spray certain things, I go, you know, and everything... I get stopped up and everything, and so there's probably something in it that my nose can't handle. Some days. Yep, somebody coming in. Look at that. Oh my gosh. All I can say is just be ready. Just, okay, somebody's coming to, okay, so... I feel like the self-conscious energy, like this person is coming in. It is a go. Oh, it is a go. If you have any level of self-consciousness, or do your best to put yourself in a situation, do your best to give yourself as much confidence and level of comfortability in your skin. So, like, if it means your house is clean, even if it's not the way that you want it to look, even if it's like you actually take your shower in the morning and you do your hair and you know, like, try to do your best to feel good. Why would you bring the fish in this situation? Okay. Mother freaking fine. Oh, you don't see it. Oh, this motherfucker has a... Oh, he's the key. He's the key. Okie dokie. So your focus is on money, abundance, material things right now. Trying to improve that. Trying to, you know... that type of stuff. Maybe you're looking for a job, maybe like, or work is your focus right now. And what you don't see is that this motherfucker coming in is the key. This is that self-deprecation, that self-conscious energy that keeps you solitary. And I don't know why I'm getting like this is a wise new beginning. I don't know why they're saying that. But the stork is all about the initiation of something, the newness of something, the beginning. Okay. How is this going to unfold? How is it going to unfold? If and you don't mind telling us a little bit about it, okay? Let's not to induce any more anxiety, but to try and help somebody feel less anxiety. Tell us about this weekend. Okay. Clarify the fox for me. Clarify the fox. If you have any obligations with family this weekend, like, she's looking at this, she's like, oh, yeah. And then family, that might be where the surprise comes in, because, like, you feel like your focus is somewhere else. And you may be trying to deal with, here's the thing, they keep highlighting, you're trying to deal with whatever situation you've got. Because the level of cleverness and like, this is a very smart energy trying to outsmart something. And this is such a burden. Again, her focus is on the burden, or there's a circumstance or situation that you're really trying to address right now. Yeah. And this it's something that you're trying to figure out, you're trying to work through, you don't really know how to, and that's why this is coming in. Okay, but how is this person going to show up? How is the paths going to cross? How are paths going to cross? I just saw the envelope, which is like a message information. How are the paths going to cross? Tell us the story behind that for this weekend. How are paths going to cross this weekend? This feels very time sensitive. Again, there may be like a new job or a new, Lord of mercy. Tell me about you may have some, I don't want to say it, like, I keep coming back to if there's any obligations that you've got this weekend or things that you've got to do, that in the midst of doing that, you may come in, yeah, like, if you're a mom, if you're a parent, if you got things you got to take care of, like, it feels as if Spirit's going to weave it into that. These are commitments, and that's where it just feels like it's almost like it's unavoidable. Like, Spirit's gonna kind of like shoot, like, it's something where you're like, I gotta do this, you know what I mean? And then, like, whoop, it shows up. Like, let's say you're out of groceries, you're like, okay, I can't wait any longer, I actually have to get out of the house and go do this. There it happens. Let's say there's an obligation with family, and it's kind of like you're in the midst of doing that. That's when it's going to show up. Like, Spirit's really trying to make sure it's something that you can't avoid. Yes. So, okay. Yay. Alrighty. Well, we're going to leave it at that. I hope this message finds who it is meant for. I hope you all have had a fantastic and wonderful weekend. And I hope you have the power to, and the wherewithal to stand bold in your own skin
accept things that cross your path, and not hold yourself back from any level of joy just because your circumstance or situation isn't exactly how you want it.